Hello, Mike. How are you? Buonasera a tutti.
Yeah, good. Buonasera a tutti. Ottavio, how you doing, mate? You good?
Yeah, pretty good. Ready for another nice weekend, man. It's really interesting this weekend because there's not that anxiety because, well, for the under-20s, but in general, there's no anxiety. Italy's still not playing this weekend, so we
Yeah,
can be a little bit
next
more
weekend, isn't it?
quiet.
Yeah. How do you feel about the under-20s? Obviously, what a game to start off with, right?
Right? Hey, better starting this way, but think about the game. It's interesting to see how and if there's gonna be a little change already with the new coaches, Santa Maria and Mercado, which is a big change for us. Because just to remember everybody that Mr. Dolcetto and Brunello and Dolcetto, they're moving to Zibrev. Friends of Josh here live watching us on YouTube. So yeah, actually it's out tomorrow. Still pretty decent team. We don't have Gallorini, that last year was like a star during the, especially against South Africa, to be honest, when we won against them.
Yeah.
And but against Ireland is interesting to see the other players, even Pisani, for example, one of them. Gasperini starting. Let's see if they fix in some way the line out issue in the throw, because they were not so accurate before. Jimenez starting, that's surprising. Not Lorenzo Casilio, the Aquila man, let's say, no? So
Yeah.
that is something that I wasn't expecting, to be honest with you. But against Ireland, it's really hard tomorrow. And
Yeah.
I cheer them, support them, but it's hard.
Yeah, I wonder if they've if Ireland are gonna pay special attention on Scalabrino after he opened them up like a tin of beans last time. That's going to be an interesting one, because
Absolutely.
if they're gonna focus on him a lot, then obviously there's going to be opportunity for some of the other players to maybe make, if they're going to really focus on him, there might be space in and around him. So it's going to be really interesting to see sort of how the centers might potentially like work on his wing. And so I think, listen, it's going to be really hard. Like you said, we're going in with zero expectation against a very, very strong Ireland team.
You know why? Also think about in general, the team is so close, because at the Six Nations was 23-22. So we were there. Edogbo, the brother of Edwin, Sean Edogbo, I think, the masterman, scored in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, he was brilliant as well. Yeah.
Yeah, when he came from out of the bench, he was really good. So
yeah,
but we don't have Gritti that scored a nice try against them, and Gallorini, those two. That is for me the big thing. Then Scalabrini scored twice that game. It was crazy try. So let's see if we can repeat
offload.
That. Yeah, but I'm confident. Let's say in what Mercado can bring. Number 10, the used to be 10-15. We saw him too playing. Coaching Padova, he won the last Serie A Elite.
Yeah.
So hey, better for him, but it's a long way. This Rugby World Cup is going to be really interesting. But it's a long way.
Yeah, I think it's a good opportunity for some of the players, big name players, to step up as well. I think we need to be of the mindset that Gallerini, Gritti, obviously brilliant players for us, right?
Absolutely, two of the best.
Yeah, but what I think we need to get out of the habit of as Italian fans is no one is irreplaceable, right? If we looked a few years ago, let's say Campagnaro was fit now, we never would have seen, Menoncello in the centres. We never would have seen maybe Brex in the centres. So my point is, right, we need to snap out of the habit of romanticizing over players, right? Because I think that we're starting to build depth, and now it's the position. I think you said it on the last podcast. Now we're in a position where if you're not good enough, or if you don't take your chances,
two caps and then see you next. Thank you.
Right. Look at Stockdale for Ireland. I think he's a really good example, right? Stockdale was you know,
good.
so good. And then what? Matt Hansen comes on, Lowe comes on. It's tough. It's tough because obviously he was brilliant, but he lost his opportunity, got injured, and now he's slowly trying to work his way back in. But the point is there, right? So we're now in a position where we're building depth. So I think we need to stop being so Gallerini obviously ripped everything, he ripped trees up, right? But let's see who else is there. Let's see what they can do.
That's true, absolutely. But it would be interesting to see this in general, these under 20s, because there are still good players that can show. I hope Pucciarelli is gonna play better.
He's your boy, isn't he?
Man, he's my boy because he plays so good with the from the booth. Then I want to see him better to attacking the line, doing a couple of games. Bozzo, they just renew for 2 years with Perpignan, is interesting, an inside center, and we don't have this huge, like, let's say, population of center. Okay,
yeah, we don't
have a lot of citizen of the center pair here that they are really high level, or at least we know a lot of players with potential, but a lot of players that we don't see play too. And
I
agree about this later on too, for the market and stuff.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think 12 is a really hard position for us, because if they're good enough, because of our lack of depth at fly off, we normally, like, if they're young enough and they're good enough, we're like, okay, let's get you play, we
don't have over 25. Let's see. The only one is Zanon. Lucchini is not being called usually, so you have those two, and then the youngsters are playing, because Menoncello and Mori are the players there, right?
Yeah. Marin started at 12 as well, and then he went to
Marin play against that wonderful game, 100% tackle against Wales.
But he start under 12s. Under 12s, under 20s. I remember he came on at 12, right? He wasn't playing because
maybe a couple of games. You know who's the guy? Simone. If he's gonna connect Simone, Simone knows a lot of this. Sometimes
it was the one that's at Montpellier who was starting. I can't remember the 10 that was at Montpellier. Do you know who I'm on about, Otto?
The Sante you're playing about.
Yeah, so he was at 10 and Marin came on at 12. So like they both were on the pitch. Marin was playing 12 at under 20s. And then I think out of necessity we pushed him into 10, right? So
man, we push him everywhere. Marin, the Swiss knife.
He is. The
Marinox. You can put him everywhere and he's gonna be good. But we want to see, at least Quesada said, for this summer is a 10. Let's see what's gonna happen in the game, but for now is a 10. Man, we are so close to the we are literally 1 week away from the game, for the first game of the Summer Nation for us. But let's go into the clubs for a second, and then we're gonna finish with this, with a little parenthesis that I'm gonna open now. Toulouse against Bordeaux. Capuozzo. We have Capuozzo on one side. But if you have to pick a team that you would like to see winning this top 14, the Boucleur de Brennus, who's your team? Toulouse or Bordeaux?
I love the
Josh,
way
we're going to support. Toulouse play well, yes.
Yeah, I just love the way they play. Well, it's not. Is it who do I want to win or who do I expect to win? Because
you want to win. Who are you going to cheer to support?
I want. Well. If Capuozzo wasn't in the team,
he's in the team from the bench at least.
Yeah, I know. But I'd like to see. I'd like to see a change of guard. To be honest, I'd love to see Bordeaux, especially after how poorly they played last year and how much they underperformed. I think it'd be quite a nice story to see them succeed in the top 14. I'm going to say Bordeaux. I'm going to be a Bordeaux. Although I love the way Toulouse plays. So if Toulouse play well, I don't care. Man.
I am with you actually. Only if Toulouse has to win, the chances are more there. I want to Capuozzo to shine. Come on, if I have to be Italian, I want to the game 2020 and then Capuozzo magic in the last 10 minutes. Yes, I want that. If I want
big game player.
if not, man, I'm happy. I love so much the way Deporter play, the outside center of Bordeaux.
Yeah.
So Tambo played pretty well, even is not my kind of winger. If my team, Tambo is not gonna play. Some other kind of guys are gonna play. But hey, Bordeaux is gonna be interesting for the story. Like last year, this year, look how already is a winning situation. Next year they're gonna got Carberry, which is interesting. They had the choice.
Yeah.
Carberry is gonna be there. So
Yeah, I think that's a really, really interesting call from them. But I think like you said, it just shows how much can change under the right sort of environment and the right conditions, how much can change quickly in rugby, right? I think Leicester was another perfect example where Borthwick obviously was playing just kids because he had they said that they weren't going to relegate anyone, and then they went from I think they played dead last. They might have come second to last, but then they win the next year. So under the right conditions, a lot can change in rugby, which is, something that we should aspire to as Zebre, Benetton fans. I think it's one that we wanna do.
Phantom is here.
Hello, Phantom. How you doing, mate? You good?
Spooky us with this. We spoke this morning with Phantom on WhatsApp. No, Phantom, I didn't miss you because I still have you, but Mike is your friend here. Montpellier is a good example. My God, Montpellier. I was cheering so much Grenoble against Montpellier in the playoff because, come on, it's unbelievable.
Little Italy, isn't it? Grenoble. It's Little Italy in France, isn't it?
We're our friends there, but anyway, this is the situation. But let's move because we're getting closer to the top 14 game anyway.
Yeah.
Last week we start in our beautiful, nice family chat, FDR family. If you want to join us, please. We ask in which position you think we need another player for Zebre and for Benetton. We ask this, and I'm starting from Zebre to move to the Benetton. So Zebre, they want first. We want, because I vote too. In some of this situation, a lock, something to fix, a lock. 11 votes for the center, man. It's crazy, like the double of everything. Centers, we need centers. Utility back, yes, some player like that. A couple of guys said a wing, and then but we see lock, back row, and utility forward. So these all together want that kind of player. Now more a lock, maybe an heavy lock that can play really loose, but let's say that kind of player and a center. So
I agree.
If you got a lot of money to spend, realistically to spend, who are you gonna buy for the Zebre? Let's focus on the centers, maybe.
Yeah.
Or lock, if you have some idea about locks, but
lock is a hard one, right? Because I think I voted utility forward. Although I do agree,
I can tell you.
Yes, have a look.
You want that and a scrum half like me.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Did I vote center as well? I think I did.
I think so.
I think those are the three I voted on. But I think for me, right, utility forward, I'd prefer, right, someone who is like a 6'5", like Ruzza or someone of that like sort of teal, where we can say, right, okay, they can play in both positions just in case. I was really hoping, Andriani would fit that mold for a long time, but we'll need to see how he plays when he's back and if he's the same player he was, because obviously he could potentially play that. But I struggle with utility forward. I think they need someone who can get them on the front foot, someone explosive. I think, Josh has said Lamb. Lamb is exactly the kind of player I would love to see at
the Iachizzi, the Favretto.
Yeah, exactly. That sort of mold. I would love to see any one of the. I mean, Tiziano would be brilliant, right? Let's call a duck, right? Tiziano would be unreal.
The players are that. If we have to be realistically, then we can go through maybe thinking about the situation of Western Force. We said that there are a couple of good locks over there. I honestly like Canham. They plays there. It's really such an offloader, man. It's a lock offloader, and I love the way he play. Last year he was playing with another kind of player like him, like step in front of the prop, over the line, and then pass offload pass,
yeah,
big
behind the
stuff.
back.
Yeah, Osea, Trevor Osea and Canham. They have Uelese, a good hooker too. They have Ekwasi and other players in the back row. The centers a little bit less, but these some Italian rugby league center always good.
Well, I'm laughing at that because what you described with a lock, right, who's able to get their hands beyond the tackle. Yeah, the lock that can get hit, or a player that can get his hands beyond the tackle and find the offload. That's what the best rugby league player, like Sonny Bill, that's his trademark, right? He could always get his hands past the tackler and find the offload behind the back. Like what you described there, I love. If there's play like that, yes, get him.
This week they play State of Origin 2, and Latrell Mitchell played for.
I haven't watched it. I've got to be honest. I've watched the first one. I haven't watched the second.
No.
Good.
No, look at the second game. Look at the first half of the second Origin.
Sparks.
Magic. A game that was crazy. Anyway, yes, let's not speak about rugby league because we can speak too much about rugby league.
We're on a time.
To play. I never played in my life rugby league, only rugby union and 7 and beach rugby. But anyway, so the centers is more the position and the hooker. The lock, like a navy lock, so something better than Canali, Zambonin, at least somebody that really do the hard work, right?
I would say if
hard work, we can say almost.
Yeah, if money was no option,
just working, boom, boom.
Yeah, if money was no option for me, and it would benefit him, I'd say Lamb. I think Lamb's perfect. To be honest, I think Lamb is perfect for that utility forward role for me. If money was no option.
Yeah. If you have to pick a player that can play in that way from Benetton,
Yakitsi.
You think Yakitsi? I think even Scrafton is that kind of player.
Yeah. I mean, he's like a heavy, tight headlock, isn't he? So like, I feel like you'd lose a lot not playing him at lock because you can definitely see like the benefits of him in the scrum when he's playing there as opposed to when he's not. Right. I think he gives a lot.
He played number 8 for the Barbarians. Scrafton, I remember a couple of actions with him number 8. And of course, we said before the guy Favoretto, yes, is that kind of guy that you want. Even then, what is best? Calling this guy out like Drago, Lem, Tizzano, all Italian qualified players, which is more into the vision that the federation has at the moment for the national team, and rock solid tight heads for Phantom. Shall we move on Benetton? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Mike.
Yeah, I Phantom, I think, like Nocera, like look at who they have there, mate. If Neculai comes back and he's not injured, like they've got some decent options.
Let's put him into Lourdes Water Sanctuary for a couple of days, and then probably it's gonna be much better. Him and Peter Griffin and Nikolai.
Hell no.
Right? The situation every time something happened to Nikolai, it's crazy.
Right,
we're gonna figure out that.
So Benetton, you were saying Otto, go.
Benetton. So the votes from the chat. Okay, votes from the chat. Let's see where. Oh, everybody goes there. Hooker, a better hooker.
Yeah, I mean, don't ask me, mate. I need to ask you.
3 on the scrum half. Somebody wants another number 9, but the focus is somebody wants a prop. I vote for a prop and a hooker more. So,
yeah, I think
front row and the scrum half, let's say.
Yeah, I'm. This is all you, Otto. Like hooker wise, I struggle massively. I think is it Di Bartolomeo? Is that Zebra?
No, Di Bartolomeo Zebra. Yeah. So the situation there is Manfredi, Faiva, Oh my God, Manfredi, Faiva, Bernasconi,
Gasperini.
called by the Pumas, and Gasperini. So they have 4. Bernasconi this year is gonna boom, is gonna skyrocket in his performance, I guess. So this is gonna be him. But what Benetton needs is consistency by Maile. I said Faiva, no, Maile,
Yeah,
because he's not consistent along the. He has good games and then some games right. No.
So you happy with the hooker choices? Then you don't think we need one, or do you?
So
think
what I'm trying to think about the choice as in a number 2 is that okay, they want to work in this way because they really trust Bernasconi. They're gonna give the last chance to Maile before contract renewal. They're gonna be good with them, and they trust a lot in Manfredi, like they did with, for example, Zilocchi at prop. Gasperini is gonna find the space here and there something, but it's interesting him moving permanently with the national, let's say with a franchise, because he was at Viadana last year, which is lower level, so you want to push a little bit more. So it's a challenge, but a challenge with I don't know, with mind, with thoughts. There is a reason behind, a purpose behind, and of course it's better if you have a Montoya, Agustin Crevi, if you have a really experienced player that say, you know what, I'm in the he's signed with Mogliano, so he's gonna keep moving on the other side. So let's see.
Yeah, I think I think right. If we're talking about Benetton, for me, I think hooker. Obviously, I bow to your knowledge on that, because I think actually it's quite limited if we're looking at IQP players like Italian qualified. I do agree with scrum half though, with Didi retiring or going into coaching, Sam Hidalgo Klein leaving. We've got
the money stealer.
Yeah, we've got
the Phantom man. Who saw him is lucky. I never see him.
Yeah. We've got right. I think Casilio obviously has some really interesting qualities. I mean, the younger one, Lorenzo, right? Nicolò, I haven't seen enough to comment.
Man, Nicolò, neither the mirrors have seen him. I really don't know.
I just it's one of those where like yeah, exactly. Like we should get him on that show. So Lorenzo Casillo is like he could be like a generational talent, especially with what you can do with his kicking ability. He could be a very good player.
He has to work on tempo and physicality, man.
Physicality. He's 19 and he's little, and like he's going to get eaten alive at URC level. So he could be good, but it's that, right? So yeah, I struggle with that. I think obviously now we're going to have to start looking at the under-20s and really start looking at the under-20s and maybe sort of see where we could start, poaching a couple of players. Like Gritti maybe could be that Zibre like 6'5" hybrid if he puts on a bit of weight. Why not?
Of course, no, makes sense in that way. There are other players that they have to change as soon as possible, in my opinion. One of them is Botturi, because playing for Petrarca Padova, you have to play another intensity. You cannot keep playing in Serie A Elite for. It is what it is. Yes, two games, Strange Padova, yeah, absolutely. For the senior, then the junior, we know is there, but far away. What else to say? Then we said Uger, is that the situation? It's hard to understand who is going to be a proper Uger to find on the market too. I said Uelese for Zibre before too, because it's probably is going to be out of contract for the Rebel situation. But if not, Italian qualified, I was thinking Faiva, but I don't think it's that probably.
Has BG gone?
No, BG is still there for Zebra.
For another year,
he got injury. Yes, he got injured, but he's there. And probably he's playing better now. He played pretty well before. And Quesada said the same. I was going to call him, but the injury stopped him. And then Zara Antonello, talking about Hooker, he signed a pro contract for Castro. So all the rumors about him moving to Benetton, there's not going to be.
He would have been a good one, though. He would.
Yeah, really on the Lucchesi style, probably yes. And what else? We said a prop. I put props too in the list because I'm thinking if they want even better. I don't know how long, for how many seasons you're gonna keep having Teta Chaparro after the injury. You missed him last year, so okay, we're gonna stay this year. But then the trust in Nemer, because if not, Spagnolo is the man there. And probably something thinking about also after for Pasquali. Pasquali can play for other 5 years for Benetton, but we need something else too. I think it's not enough, because if you want to switch Ferrari Zilocchi, okay, but sometimes you need a carrier. You need that prop that make the meters too. I think.
How long until we see Gasperini?
Or on the scrum situation.
How long?
How many more cash you have? How many coconuts you wanna pay, Josh?
How long until we see Gallerini in the first team, in your opinion?
Man, 1 year and a half.
I agree with you. I think it's.
I mean, we're gonna be there, but first of all, he has to start playing, starting for Mogliano after when he's gonna come back from injury. That I think it's really important to see him a really developing player. I was really happy looking at Mogliano and Frangini playing a lot of minutes. For example, Zucker last season. Then he's gonna move to Rovigo, but it's interesting
Frangini.
Now. Gasperini that took that spot is gonna play many games. Which okay, great, but
let's hope Quattrini gets game, right? Like he's another one who needs game time. Quattrini.
Oh, Quattrini, man! If he's gonna find a spot during the season, it's gonna be amazing, because I'm not trusting, neither believing, but I don't think honestly now he's gonna have a lot of game time. But if he's gonna be ready at the beginning of the season and everything, I'm really happy with that.
I'll put my hands up and say,
really happy with that.
If he can throw,
he's gonna surprise me in a positive way.
Well,
he lose one season.
I was gonna say, for me, right, as long as he can throw I think we've lost Otto, but in the meantime, as long as he can throw the dart, as long as he can throw it straight, I think he has a good chance of. Genuinely, I think he has a very good chance of playing. Genuinely, I think, especially over Ribaldi, where he's had poor throwing success, right? I think there is an opportunity for him to play, as long as he maybe shows a little bit more than he has, right? So I think it's there,
That's true. So, he can do. I mean, if he's gonna find maybe he's gonna fight with Di Bartolomeo for a spot too. Quattrini, what do you think?
I think he's going to be fight. The problem is, right, I see Ribaldi more for what he offers in the scrum than what he offers at set piece. Obviously, scrum is a set piece, but you know what I mean by line out, where he's the core focus of the set piece. I think if we're talking, was it 50% success rate he has this season? You can't be a hooker and throw 50% in the URC.
No, man, it's poor.
You can't.
You can.
No, you just can't. You can't. What games are you going to win if you're losing possession in an attacking 5 meter scrum 50% of the time? It just doesn't work like that. You don't get those opportunities. So, for me, I think that's actually a big problem for Zibri, and it has been for a few seasons. Obviously, BG, when he's playing well, has been playing very, very well. So you can sort of say, but the others need to step up.
It's gonna be a long season. It's gonna be interesting, because it's gonna be like a 2.1, no, a 2.0 new Zebra, right? 2.1, the first update on the new version, because this is the first update on the new version, because changed the hardware. Let's say we changed the coach. But let's see. And yes, I agree. BG last season did an amazing job about the work with the throw. And Quattrini last year didn't play at all. He got a couple of injuries too, but then something happened there. Huh? Like, who's gonna play? Why I should play here? I want to go somewhere else. I don't know. Not a little bit cloudy, the situation there. Huh? A lot of rumors around that situation. That's the point there. Mike, we are almost there with the game.
Yes, gents. This nice and short one for us today, because in 1 minute's time, there is the top 14 game. So nice quick one. I think next week we're probably going to be doing a little bit more on some of the speculation and stuff on the rumors. We were hoping that there'd be a little bit more given out, but I think everyone's playing their cards close to their chest.
And you know what? We're gonna have first of all, it's gonna be July, probably July. So what does it mean? That the contract ends and something can be announced on some?
Yes, I agree.
Situations.
Yeah,
Second
I agree.
one, we're gonna came in the next podcast with the Italy's team against our Pacific friends for the first game of the summer. So we're gonna have more news next week to talk about before Italy start the summer test.
Yeah, and
they have a specialist that sometimes help, like a freelancer specialist. I don't know, a throw specialist is there that helps by remote too for the development of the line out at Zebre, and the same guy helps also with Benetton. So
yeah, I was going to say as well, I think if in the summer we might be doing some throwback games as well, so maybe like start reviewing some South Africa versus Italy in 2015 and stuff like that'd be cool fun. So cool.
Man,
so
somebody has a copy, please, of the Scotland-Italy game when Scannavaca runs. Hey, that game, it's impossible to find. I have Italy's game from the 95. I don't have that game, and I'm not the only one. All my Russian friends cannot find it.
Yeah. The Scottish just sponged it from the history. Like they spent good money just to get rid of people. So yeah, listen, guys, I'm quite keen on watching the game as well. So Otto, to you, mate.
Oh, I'm thinking, of course, please give us a like, because I see a lot of people watching us from different connection, YouTube, X, whatever. But yes, of course, I've seen it too, Phantom. But the video, I need the full video, so we can watch it too with Mike, and we can do a nice rewatch, because sometimes it's nice. You know which game we have to watch? The 97 game against France in Grenoble, when we won in Grenoble.
I'm keen.
I think that game is out.
Yeah, I think Niels was quite keen on jumping a couple as well. So like, it'd be good just to have a few of the guys who are in the chat. If you guys are keen, like, it'd be nice to have a little watch along and have a little chat and reminisce about some old players. So yeah, guys, looking forward to all of that.
No, man, that game is not there. As Joshua is saying, it's a nightmare to find that game. We're gonna find it. We will find it one day.
Rob, I think it's 20. Was it 2012?
No, it's later. It's a little bit later. I don't remember the year, but it's not the one that is online, because there is one with only 10 minutes, I think, at the end, but not the full game. What else to say? Nothing. See you next week, because it's going to be interesting to see Quesada's choices. And I want to say one thing. Great games this weekend. Man, South Africa, Ireland.
Hey, I'm so looking forward to this weekend. I've literally got
New Zealand, England is the other one.
Yeah. So yeah, are they? Oh, the Kiwis already. England, is this already this weekend for England? New Zealand?
Something is happening already. Let's say.
I saw Razors. I saw they put out Razor's squad, but I thought it was the squad. I didn't think it was the actual team to face England. It might be because it came out.
So this week, Actually, no. This week there is what is this week? Sorry, next week is gonna be South Africa, Ireland, Australia, Wales, New Zealand, England, Argentina, France, Canada, Scotland. My God, and
That's the
Samoa,
under
Italy.
20s this weekend, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes,
Looking
under
forward to that.
Man, these games are crazy good to watch, and we start with Italy. So before Friday, see you around. That's it.
Yes. Forza Italia.
Ciao a tutti, see you soon. And now let's put our nice music on. Ciao a tutti.